All right, test, test, test. Looks like everything's good to go. Hey, everybody, welcome to the stream. Happy 4th of July. I hope you guys are all doing wonderful. I just saw Loki come screaming in here, so you guys can say hi to Loki as well if he jumps up. He got a bunch of new toys, so now he's chewing on stuff like this. Loki. Yeah, so he's having a very good day. So, happy 4th of July. Today's stream is sponsored by L Bank. I have a link down below. I want you guys to go check them out if you guys can down the road. Today, a lot of stuff is going on as far as the crypto markets. We're seeing Bitcoin try to push up, especially yesterday, and today it's just getting knocked back down ever so slightly. Overall, I'm going to repeat this because I know you guys care about it quite a bit. Bitcoin is not in any danger right now of having some epic implosion. We're in danger of possibly going into another downtrend, but nothing like dropping down 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 points over like a point of a week or something like that. We're not looking at anything bad like that. If we zoom into Bitcoin here, and hey Michael, hey Dream Tanks, hope you guys are doing great today. This is going to be a great 4th of July. I just got back from a walk with Loki. We went out in the morning. Loki got some nice little food for breakfast, and it's been a chill one. If you guys take a quick look at Bitcoin, we're still kind of going sideways here, and we're still in this overall resistance level. If we go back over here and look at the weekly chart, again, nothing too crazy happening. I really hope we can have a larger breakout, but so far I've been having fun doing some smaller shorts, and those shorts have been making me small amounts of profit, but it's still profit nonetheless. So if you go over here to the 4-hour chart, you can see there's been some nice dips, and those nice little dips are things that I've been looking at personally. But there really hasn't been a great reason to just short for a long term or even buy for a long term right here. Well, in this consolidation pattern, where at this point, you know, if you're looking at the 4-hour chart, you're trying to see what's happened over the last few hours. We just had a breakdown here. I ended up closing my short after we broke down right here because I thought we were getting too close to the 50 moving average on the 4-hour chart. Excuse me, talking too much today. Definitely leaving me with a little bit of burping abilities. However, again, this kind of just goes back to this overall range that we're dealing with. And every time we get up here, there seems to be a little bit more resistance. Is it crazy? Is it something you should be concerned about? Not really. We still have this level of support down here, and that seems to be holding all the same. But for now, you're definitely just looking for these smaller trends where you get up here, you short. When you get down here, you buy. And, you know, even if we zoom out here on the monthly chart, which we really don't have to at this point, look at this. We're still in a good spot. July has just started. You know, it's July 4th, for heaven's sakes. And we managed to get back above that 20-month moving average here. So we still have the possibility to have a nice breakout this month and maybe even go up here maybe to $34,000, $35,000. The scary thing here is if I go over here to kind of the larger Bitcoin chart, right here, there you go. You can see we're looking for a death cross to occur between the 50-month and the 20-month moving averages. I don't know how much stock I'm putting into that, like for the rest of the summer. So as we go into like, you know, August, September, October, November, like Q3, Q4 type things. But we've never actually had that happen before. We've come close a few times, but we've never actually had that occur. So I'm not entirely sure what that means. I don't think it means we're going to be having some devastating thing, but I think it may just, you know, maybe a month of bad things, you know, bad things coming for Bitcoin, and that might be it. We'll have to wait and see. If you kind of pull this back a little bit more, since we're on the separate YouTube page, Bitcoin page, you can see overall, I know this is going to look small to you guys, but we've had a pretty nice rebound since the lows we experienced off of the FTX crash, if you will. And we've had this really big rebound. All we're doing is holding up right here. We can still make this larger move. The concern I think a lot of people have is basically what happens if we really just start to break down from this type of trend, right? That's the concern. But right now, with the stock market kind of roaring as much as it has been, am I really concerned we're coming back down to $17,000, $15,000 anytime soon? Not really, guys. Now down the road, yeah, I do think we're probably going to be heading back down there, but we'll have to survive that when it actually occurs. Okay, let's go back over here. A few other things I wanted to talk to you guys about. We could talk about this for just pick up a second, a few seconds. NASDAQ looking to break out. Next week is going to be very, very important, or the rest of this week is going to be very, very important. Dow Jones also looking to finally break out this week. Watch out closely. SPY, again, getting closer to a breakout, but this is one of those things where it actually hasn't reached that breakout level just yet. But again, If I was to look for something to buy, I'd rather be investing in the SPY right now over the NASDAQ, although there are some individual stocks and securities in the NASDAQ that are very attractive, you know, especially for day trading like NVIDIA and so forth. All right, as far as everything else, Ethereum still looking fairly good. Dollar index is what I wanted to talk to you guys about. This is a weekly chart here. We're still consolidating. We haven't had that big breakout moment. Over the next couple weeks, we have a lot of data coming out, like jobs reports, inflation stuff, interest rate hikes, and all that good stuff. That'll add some volatility for us. But at this point, I don't think we really have much negative volatility heading our way unless we have a surprise of some type. And that surprise is really what's going to irk people the wrong way. Let's see. Dogecoin to the moon. What do you call? I would love to see Dogecoin pop up a little bit more. It did have a good pop a few days ago. Now, as far as the rest of the altcoins you're looking at, we had talked about this before, how we were in the low zone a few weeks ago. Now we're kind of in a more of a middle zone for a lot of these assets. If you guys believe that Bitcoin's going to break out here, you're still looking at some really good buying zones as far as these altcoins are concerned. So Dogecoin at a level of support down here. Ape token at a level of support right here. Barely held the support last time. AVEX, level of support, bounce back above it. AXS, again, level of support, even though this one has not been doing so hot. Bitcoin Cash, I told you guys I was going to short this back down once it hit the 200 weekly moving average. I ended up shorting it earlier than that, as you guys know, just because I felt like I was just going to forget to do it. Right now, it's probably only up like 100% or something similar. Let me go over here. That's coffee trading. Yeah, it's up 100%. Remember, we only tossed a few bucks into it. I tossed $4 into it just to kind of show you guys, like, hey, I think the stop loss is at $400 or something like that, and the price target for Bitcoin Cash for this particular trade, just to kind of have some fun with you guys. That price target is all the way back down here around $171. So we're nowhere near our target price. So we're gonna let this sit for a while. The stop loss is way up here around $400. Our target is all the way down here at 180. So this is a huge freaking swing. Again, don't follow me on this one just because it's kind of like a high risk type of thing, because the stop loss and the price target are so crazy. But it has been fun to kind of watch this play out the way it has, because we opened this price, it looks like, at about 288, and we're only at 274. So about, you know, a $14 drop, and we're up about 100%. So if we keep on this move, if we keep this move up, and this is a 20x short, you know, that's a 37% win, and whatever 37 times 20 is, that's going to be a good amount of percentage profit. I won't make a lot of profit off of it as far as dollar amount, because I just did this for fun with you guys. But yeah, and that Matic trade, I sold Matic because it ended up doing fine. I don't remember which one that was though. Polygon. Yeah. So over the past few days, I ended up having a good day. So yesterday I was like, oh, we're probably going to end up having a little bit of a pullback. I sold it before that pullback, and it looks like it was fine. But as far as that order history, close positions. Okay, so Bitcoin down $80. Okay, this Matic one, it sold it at close price 66 cents. Yeah, so I actually sold it. Oh, I sold it a little bit earlier right here. Where did I sell that one at? Maybe that's not the Matic one I was thinking of. Yeah, because we're running up against the 200 weekly here. Okay, whatever, but I sold it, whatever, it's good. So far, the only real trade I did today as far as copy trading was, I did a short play, I think yesterday, and I closed it out today, so that's the only other thing. Going over here to copy trades very fast. Traders, I can find myself somewhere over here, I'm sure. Oh, there I am, okay. So, yeah, I did a couple shorts over the past few days, and that's about it. This is from 7.2, 7.2, 7.2, and one I did 7.3 to 7.4, so yesterday to today. Not as many trades, but they've been doing okay so far. Looks like you guys have been making some decent money here as well. Keep an eye out for the copy traders, because right now there's probably going to be some volatility, so you're going to see some big movement in some of these names, I would expect. Okie dokie. As far as everything else is concerned, watch out for some things dumping, like Dogecoin Mars is dumping right now. Engine coin looking okay, but some of these tokens are coming, like file token, coming down a little bit here. But again, this is a weekly chart. Anything else really? No. just keep an eye out for those moving averages. If it broke out above a moving average, there's no reason it can't break down below a moving average this week, okay, if the pullback continues. Hopefully, we have Bitcoin breakout, we have the NASDAQ breakout, we have the SPY breakout, and the Dow Jones all breakout this week. That would be a huge help to the overall feeling of the market, and you could actually see some altcoins have some really good gains, because so far, I think it was in the last 30 days, we were talking about it before. Oh my gosh, why is it in light mode? Oh, there we go, beautiful. Too bright for my eyes. Yeah, last 30 days. Oh, I guess it was already there, wasn't it? There you go. Bitcoin's up 12% last 30 days. Ethereum is only up 2%. BNB is down 20%. XRP is down 10%. ADA in the last 30 days is down 22%. Okay. We got Dogecoin only down 5%. That's a lot better than a lot of other assets out there right now. Solana is down 12%. Litecoin is up 11% after that monster move last week. Oh, yeah, I think it was like last week or so. And then we got Tron down 5% in the last 30 days. So keep an eye out there. These altcoins are getting a little bit more tricky to play around with. Usually in these circumstances, I tend to try to buy up some altcoins. But we already went through the buying process personally, just because everything was low at support. And we were very close to some of those larger moving averages, like the weekly moving averages and the daily moving averages. And that's where we saw some of those really glorious pops that we've been talking about. That's right here. And hey, Babyfish, happy 4th of July to you as well. Hope you and the family are going to be doing something fun together. And what's your take on Sol? Yeah, let's talk about that very fast. So here. Bloopity bloop. Okay, so on the daily one, I'm really hoping that Bitcoin can have a breakout. If it does happen, I'm expecting Solana to at least hit, I think it was like 22, 23 bucks, but let me zoom out, kind of explain it a little bit. So right now, before we even start talking about the other technicals of it, you see how we're like slowly settling right underneath the 200. Usually when we start breaking above some of these moving averages, we have a pretty decent day. Not always, but a lot of the times we have a good day. Now, if we're able to break above that, that next level of resistance is really just around here, around 22 bucks right there. However, we got this nice little downtrend occurring right now. So I'm hoping that if we do have a breakout here as far as Solana is concerned, we might even be able to pop up here towards $23, $24, $25. 26, I guess, is what a realistic target could be, but I always tend to sell it just a little bit early. So for me, I'd really be hoping for anything around 22 to 24, I guess, yeah, $24, I guess you could say. But I'm really hoping we can have that big breakout. Now, on the flip side here, if we do start breaking down for whatever reason, Bitcoin gets rejected, something like that, you still have a few days of heads up saying, hey, we're consolidating, nothing too bad is happening. But if we do start breaking down below this for Solana, for maybe now it'll be around $17, $18, let's say $18. That's when we're going to have that pullback, probably back down to 16 bucks. And I would actually buy around here. I'd probably buy between 16 and 14. We're probably going to have a little bit of a dip somewhere in here, this range. I would try to buy over here, waiting for that larger move. Let's hope that doesn't happen, though, because everything is primed to go right now. Bitcoin's at resistance, Ethereum's at resistance, NASDAQ, SPY, Dow Jones, all at massive levels of resistance. We would love to see that pop happen right now. And for me, I'd be more likely to hope for this getting back up to $22 to $24. If you want to, reach for the stars here, I'd probably aim for 30 to 26. One other thing here, which has been kind of interesting, since we actually now have that top bottom level. I think I did this the other day. Yeah, there we go. You know me, I normally like to aim for the white line here, but yeah, this crosshairs, there we go. Matches up pretty nicely with that first level of resistance. After that, you all the way up here to 27. If you want to, you can try to tweak it. Oh, not the brush. I don't need the brush to be changing stuff. I'm hearing tons of fireworks right now. Move this up a little bit here, and you're looking more at $24 if you were to turn it into log mode. So really, $22, $24, it really is that golden zone for me. You may want to hope for 25, 26, but right now I'm pretty optimistic we could at least get to 22, 23, 24. You're probably going to have a target price where it sells it when you're not paying attention, because you're just not going to be there when it spikes up that fast and then it comes back down. But then, maybe it goes up to 26 or something like that. So I'd probably start buying now if you're looking for Bitcoin to actually have that breakout. I'd be fine with buying the next big drop that we have as far as Bitcoin's concerned. So if Bitcoin falls down like 300 points today or 200 points or 500 points, something like that, I would still be looking to buy right here because we're still in this level of resistance and you're still hoping for this bit large move to come up. Your stop losses for a lot of these different plays are really simple. It's going to be where these moving averages meet. In this instance, kind of around 1843, it looks like, maybe 1830-ish. But yeah, I'd be hoping we can go a little bit higher here, $22 to $24. I really hope we can. I think one of the things I was looking at here as well is this. Now, this is not going to be as accurate, in my opinion, but there we go. This is a weekly chart. So if we do make our next big move up here it's going to be 22.51. Afterwards, it's going to be 24.84. Then up here, it's all the way here on 28. So if you're looking for something like, hey, just keep an eye out for what's going on here. The good thing is if we do manage to have a breakout this week or even next week, we're going to be also moving above the 20-week moving average. I doubt we're going to break above the 50 anytime this month, maybe. However, that's going to be a real big level of resistance for us to break it out above. I think we can get above it. It's the closing above it that I find concerning to me. But again, $24, $22. That's kind of my realistic goal for where I can see Solana going right now. Because all I really want to see is Bitcoin go 1, 2, 3, pop. And, geez, I would really love for that to happen, especially on 4th of July here. Everybody's getting all prepped up. Everybody's getting ready for barbecues and stuff. I did not even buy anything for barbecue. I'm not really doing anything today besides watching my Loki and making sure he's okay with the fireworks and stuff like that. Am I doing anything else? I mean, I'm gonna make some good food. I got some good ribeye steaks. I got my mom because she's coming over. I got her. She doesn't want to go to like a party with my grandparents. I got her a bacon wrapped tenderloin or something like that. Yeah, bacon wrapped tenderloin. So, gonna have some nice steaks, some potato salad, some whiskey, and just kind of watch the fireworks and chill out. You know, pretty nice. And hey, Devour, happy to see you back, man. Chewy, too many bulls in here. Hey, Chewy, there's always going to be bulls when the market looks like this over the past few weeks. I'm still a bearish guy on the overall market, but right now we're definitely in a wave, so you got to ride the wave and make some money off of it. But I am definitely in the minority for saying that, hey, I think we're probably going to come back down all the way to like 20,000, 15,000, you know, before we reach all-time highs again. But I'm definitely the minority there, so again, we'll have to see. My thesis is all about the economy, though, not so much about the technicals. Technicals involved there a little bit. And hey, Glam Life, happy to see you back. I can definitely talk about Sheeb. Let's go over here. Okay, so Sheeb's been interesting, as you know, just because, you know, unlike Dogecoin, it actually came all the way back down to the levels we saw in 2021. This to me is more of, hey, you can load up on this thing for a long-term play. That's how I'm looking at it right now. As far as the individual weekly and day trading, here's what I'm looking at so far. All right, so we've made a new low in this cycle here so far. Even though Bitcoin's been making some sweet, amazing gains, Sheeb has definitely not been doing that so far. It's still in this overall downtrend. Now, I don't exactly know what the company's been doing to convince people to continue buying up their, you know, the coins and stuff like that, besides the traders out there. But they definitely, from a asset price, they need to figure out a way to get this. If it goes down, it goes down, but they need to make sure it's not going down like, you know, like a penny stock, where it's going down and down and down and down and down and down, and there's no split like in the stock market to kind of help it out. It's going to make it a little bit more difficult here. Okay, and now if we go back over here to the daily chart, over the past couple of weeks, we've been doing fine. We've managed to get all the way back up here from this 542 level. I mean, this has been a pretty good move. At the height, we had a 55% jump. Okay, we're currently getting squeezed between the 50 and the 20, moving averages here on the daily chart. In these circumstances, I usually like to buy because most of the time when we're at these levels of resistance, we tend to have these altcoins pop up, especially with Bitcoin's dominance being so high. Bitcoin can afford to give some of that dominance up, and boom, altcoins go ricocheting up to some really nice high levels. What I'm looking at, of course, right now, though, you can actually put a few of these things here. There we go. Some Fibonacci levels that I've been looking at is, you know, way up here, we get back to like 1,000 or so, like 0.000 whatever thousand. Really for me, I'm not looking so much at this, even though I might actually just tweak this to do this instead. There we go. Um, for me, it's really saying, hey, we could actually be looking at a pretty solid reversal here. Normally, I try to have a lot of faith in moving averages between the 20 and the 50. Sheeb hasn't really been that promising when you get those moving average crossovers. So for now, probably not going to be the best. Well, let me see. Yeah, see, we had a golden cross right here. Nothing really happened with it. Golden cross over here. That ended up being okay. Oh, let's see. Golden cross over here. That ended up being okay. That last one just kind of worries me a little bit. But anyway, if you're looking to go into this and you're looking for a pretty nice move over the next few weeks, I'm not going to be as aggressive as I might be on Solana, hoping for the full $24 or $26. This one, if it comes back over here to something like point blank 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 000 911 911, excuse me, that's kind of where I'd be looking to sell it off at. It it, it would still be a good profit. Like right here, it's like 15%, so that is decent. My concern really is, as this thing most likely will pop up over the next few days, because you can see it's not adverse to having these crazy crash down moments. This is something where you would have to keep an eye on it for an extended period of time while trading. So what that means is you're most likely going to have a stop loss somewhere down here. If you're buying at 772, your stop loss might be down here. Let's just make it a little bit easier, around 701 or so, which is a stop loss of about 9%. Can you really do it that much? You might want to have to wait for this to come back down a little bit more before doing that. But really, when you see that big move happen and it does break out, and you maybe around like 0.00, like 811, so forth, at that point you want to start moving that stop loss up, and you want to actually manage the trade. A lot of times you guys don't have to manage the trades because you have a good idea of what's going to happen. But when it comes to Sheeb, you kind of want to manage that stop loss just a little bit more to make sure if we do have that big drop, we do have a big drop for whatever reason, you're kind of safe. Because even these drops right here, it may not look like a lot, but that was still a drop of 7% in a day, almost 8% in a day. That can really kill any leverage position trade that you've done. So just keep an eye out for that. But really, 0.009, 10, 911, 912, 913, that seems to be the best way to go for this one right here. We're not really close to this. I've been trying to watch this. We're not there yet. To me, Sheeb is still something where I'd be looking at just buying it, and then you just hold it and hope that I can have a really nice rebound. The sweet point that I found, or at least talking with a few friends that kind of invest in this a little bit more than I do, is the way they look at it and I look at it are kind of similar. They think about it in terms of, hey, well, they're a little bit different than me, but basically, they want to see this breakout happen. They want to see Shiba Inu have a really nice pop off of it, and they'll make some really good profit off of it that way. For me, I'm more of a conservative trader, so I would be buying, but my buying is kind of a twofold thing for me. If it doesn't break out and we come back down, I continue to hold at that position and see where it goes from there. So it's not going to be a leverage position. So it's not really so much of a trade. It's a longer term thing. If for whatever reason we do break out, I'm just going to continue to hold for a while and see where it goes. It's not even so much about the price target here, even though the price target for this one would be like, 9, 10 or such, or you could even try to go up here towards 11 to even 12 if you want to hope on it for like a multi-weekly process. For me, I consider just holding for like a few months if you're looking to buy sheep, because again, you zoom out, we're all the way back down here to 2021 levels. You look at something like Dogecoin, you know, Dogecoin surprisingly held on here, which has been very, very good. But again, holding on, barely, but still holding on. You're looking for a lot of these coins like this, like ApeCoin. You don't want to see Sheep turn into this one where it had its big high point, but it keeps on coming down and down and down and down. So far, it hasn't shown that it's going to keep on going down and down yet, but keep an eye out for that drop off if we go below the 2021 lows here. And I'm still not used to this new auto section as far as the trading view is concerned. There we go. Okay. Hey, Mattis, happy 4th. Let's wait here. Let's see. Oh, let me know what's up with your Fairdesk account, man. Hopefully I can help you out with it. Send me a Discord note, and I can always ask one of the team members to check it out for you. NA Zacher, on a scale of 1 to BS, how do you feel about the banks saying we are going to drop inflation without a recession? I mean, I'm thinking of BS as being like 10 or something, out of like 10 out of 10. It's pretty much BS at this point because it all depends on which numbers you look at as far as inflation, right? Inflation, when the news talks about inflation, I think all of you guys understand this. They say inflation is coming down, but what they mean is inflation isn't going up as fast as it was. So the rate at which inflation is increasing is slowing down, but inflation itself is not coming down. We're not deflating, it's not like the dollar is becoming more powerful here or anything like that. Your spending power in America is going further. It's still like, I went to Costco the other day with my little sister, and I was like buying her some stuff that she wanted. And, I got muffins, I got key lime pie, I got some cinnamon rolls for her and my mom. I got some mozzarella sticks for myself. I got some chicken wings for myself. Oh, I'm gonna have chicken wings tonight too. Yeah. But and I bought some you saw that doggy toy at the beginning of the stream. I bought a doggy toy for Loki and stuff. And all that stuff was crazy expensive by even my metrics, and I can afford it. I was fine with it. I just tap my credit card and go on through my life. But I'm looking at it, I'm like, damn, prices are still kind of high out here. Even with Costco, you think it's a little bit cheaper because you're buying in bulk, right? I even got the my sister wanted sandwiches, so I got her the Mondo mayonnaise thing. I never even knew those things existed. But you look at it, inflation is still really bad in the country, and people are dealing with that by adding more to their credit cards. Remember, I just told you I put all my Costco things on the credit card. Now, technically, I've already paid off the credit card. Like, the same day you do it, next day when the pending goes, you just say, hey, pay it off. But let me see if I can go over to that website. We haven't been to it in a while because my other camera wasn't working. Inflation rate. Trading economics. That's the page. Let me take a sip of water here too. All right. So, inflation has been coming down a lot. And let's see. It's been coming down a lot, but now we have to worry if it's going to start getting sticky here. I think this summer is going to be really important to kind of tell us what's going on here. Because if you go over here to maybe the past 5 years, right? All of this is year over year. So, can I do a line chart? No, column chart. Okay. There's no. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. You see how high we were compared to last year? We should actually most likely see inflation continue coming down for the next maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 months. We could see inflation coming back down, maybe even a little bit more than that. But the problem is, what's going to be happening when it gets to 4, maybe it'll go to 3.75. It's not going to be moving down as rapidly. And I guess because they really want it to be at 2%, that's what the Fed is going to be doing maybe 2 more rate hikes after they said they're kind of pausing and kind of waiting to see what's going to happen. It's kind of just BS in my opinion to be nice to the banks. I guess that as me being nice to the banks, just calling it BS. It's all about how the information is really transmitted through the news. So if you guys ever get a chance, you guys know a lot about, probably more about the economy than a lot of other people out there as far as terms and things like that. The easiest way I could kind of help you remember how crazy the media is when it comes to this type of stats and things of that nature is remember when we had a mini recession last year where we had the 2 negative quarters of GDP growth, and that was the technical definition of a recession. But yet we saw every news organization, like every news organization that's on TV, except for maybe Fox Business, but even they kind of went along with it too. Every major news network. This could be CNN, MSNBC, Fox, ABC, NBC, your local news stations at home. You know, like I got King 5 News over here, Cairo 7, Como 4, Q13, Fox. I'm sure there's more, whatever. But you remember how they all just said, they brought on all these experts to say, no, we're not really in a recession. Oh, we're going to verify this. Who are we going to ask to verify this? The government. You know, they can really fib and say whatever they want to, but we were in a small recession last year, which kind of justifies some of this big rebound that we've seen in the overall market, because they keep on saying, hey, you know, we're not gonna be able to go to all-time highs until we get a recession. Well, we did have a recession. Now it wasn't the recession everybody was thinking about, but we did have one. Now going into next year and even the end of this year, yeah, there's most likely going to be a recession still in my mind. And we'll have to see how AI kind of combats that a little bit, because AI is going to be coming for a lot of people's jobs here pretty soon, especially around the world. Chat GPTs and stuff like that. There are a whole bunch of softwares not designed for me and you. They're designed for businesses, and they seem to be working very well so far. And they're slowly learning the job. You just got to be one of those people that can fix those AIs if they go down. But yeah, one of the other things I'd say here. So we got the inflation rate, CPI, Consumer Price Index. See if I can find this. See how it's continually going up. Maybe I can just go to the last year. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, continues to go up higher and higher and higher. CPI going up. Core consumer prices keeps on going up. Core inflation rate month over month. Inflation is still going up month over month, not year over year. Month over month, stuff is still getting more expensive. And as long as that's the case, I don't know how people can survive this, because like I don't really I don't have many friends that have the average jobs, right? Day-to-day jobs. I don't think raises and the amount of money that people have been getting paid have actually been keeping up with the price of their goods, like how much they have to spend every single day, right? So for me, my expenses, if I don't spend much on, like, you know, I just bought a new mattress, right? My rent, because I live in this house with my mother and she kind of visits every now and again because it's my grandparents' house, I pay about $700 a month for rent. $125 for Wi-Fi. I don't pay electricity. I don't pay utilities. YouTube stuff altogether, $400 a month out of my budget for like YouTube streaming equipment and stuff like that. But if you think about it, you know, I could live pretty modestly on that. But if you're an average Joe who's, you know, making $15 an hour, you're trying to live downtown, you know, because that's where the jobs are over here, it can be very, very hard if the price of goods continues to go up and up and up. Like, for heaven's sakes, I bought a bag of I bought a box of cereal for the first time in God knows how long. The box of cereal was like $8 for a box of cereal. Like, I don't know. I just remember a time when you didn't have to pay $8 for a box of cereal. Stuff like that. We also see the gas prices creeping back up here, but inflation is still getting worse. So for them to say basically that, hey, we're going to be able to solve this without going into recession, technically we were already in a recession. And second to that, just to go on top of that, you know, if we go into another recession again, I don't even know if they're going to tell us it's a recession or not, because they already lied to us straight to our faces for like a few months straight, saying, hey, there was no recession. And, you know, let me just so I can prove a point to you guys. GDP growth chart. Maybe I can go back over here. Yeah, right here. We were down 1.6%, down 0.6, negative 2 quarters of GDP contraction, excuse me, coming down basically. That is a recession that we had right here. Now, over here, we've had 2 quarters of GDP growth. We are out of the recession. Now, all of a sudden, though, our growth is starting to come back down. And this is all because of what's been going on with COVID. I think one of the reasons that people seem to forget that we had this recession is part of the reason that we ended up getting out of this mini recession was because of the trillions of dollars we spent on all the packages. Remember, guys, you know, people will say that Joe Biden hasn't gotten much stuff done. This guy has spent trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars. He had the House and Senate for 2 whole years. He got some stuff done. So we spent trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars on the infrastructure plan, and then we also did trillions and trillions of dollars on the CHIPS Act type stuff. Okay, so with those two things, there is a lot of money pumping into the economy right now, and that's one of the reasons we saw some of this growth come out. So now that's starting to waver a little bit right now. You see that? You see, Jimmy, we see that coming. We see the GDP coming back down. When was the? Yeah, it was signed into law August 16th of 2022. Yeah, right around here. Right around here. And the one before that, I don't remember exactly what the law was called. But I'm not even going to remember what that law is called. It was for something else, like CHIPS Act and stuff like that. Maybe that was even afterwards. But what do you call it? We have a lot of stimulus. If you go back over here to 2021, when things were really coming back because of, COVID was ending, kind of. What happened? A lot of we got payments, I think January of 2021. Yeah, somewhere over here we got payments. You can see the big spike we had in there. It's just going to cause some problems for people down the road because inflation's not going away because we keep on injecting more money into the system. And again, that's not something Jerome Powell can combat. Like, he can't say, Joe Biden, please, the more money you spend, the higher rates have to be for a longer period of time. Because Joe Biden will say, no, I promised the American people I would spend money on this and this and this and this and this. Jerome Powell would say, I understand that, but when you do this, you're actually going to be harming the overall economy. And so they can't, they can maybe have that conversation in back rooms, but, each has their own agenda here. Jerome Powell is trying to stabilize the market, stabilize inflation. Joe Biden wants a second term, and to have a second term, you have to say that I'm doing something for you. I'm working. Washington, D.C. is working for you. You understand the kind of the theory of what I'm trying to say here. But here, let me see very fast. Full year GDP, markets, no. Why does it do it like that? Is this the one? Yeah, so let me get this here. You can see household debt is coming up quite a bit. So non-household debt, housing debt. I think housing debt maybe just means that it's houses or something. But this, it says this is quarter four of 2020. We don't have anything as far as Q1 of this year. Oh, May 23. It's a PDF though. Oh, they have delinquency reports and everything in here. Let's look at this very fast. I'll zoom in. I swear Bitcoin's not doing anything. It's just going sideways. Promise. Okay. Look at this very fast. Quarter one of 2023. Here we go. Look at this. Student loan debt is getting higher just a tad. Really, mortgages are getting more expensive. Mortgages are, I guess, yeah, interest rates go up. Everybody's paying more for their houses. A lot more mortgage rate. HE revolving, I don't know what that actually means, so let me just kind of Google this very fast because I don't know what this means. Home equity revolving accounts, aka home equity line of credit. Unlike home equity installment loans, our homes equity loans are revolving line of credit. I didn't know those things existed. I don't own a home. Cool. But yeah, those seem to have gone down just a little bit. Auto loans still seem to be kind of around the same price. You got credit cards, a little bit larger, but nothing too crazy here, I would say. Student loans, pretty large chunk, and other small little chunk there. Housing is really driving a lot, so maybe people's housing costs have gone up more, and they have had to pay for that off of credit cards. Number of accounts by loan type. Oh wow, look at all these new credit card accounts. People are maxing out credit cards, getting another one. Auto loan. Oh, auto loans have been going down. I can understand this because every time I hear people trying to buy a car, it seems like it's very, very expensive these days. Mortgage access, mortgage, that's going up a teeny bit, but really not too much. And the revolving debt's been going down steadily for a while now. Look at it. Number of accounts. Credit card accounts are going up like crazy. Yowza. Yowza. Total number of new and closed account inquiries. So red is number of accounts closed within 12 months. Account closures are coming down. Number of inquiries within 6 months are going down. I wonder if it's because it's getting harder and harder to get a credit card. I don't know if that's the case. I have no idea how the credit card bureau kind of works like that. But maybe because of all the stuff that we saw happening with the banks are being a little bit more careful about how much money they loan out, because they do end up loaning the money out to you when you get a credit card. But look at the number of inquiries have been coming down like crazy. And you saw the same thing happen over here coming down back in 2008, 2009. That's interesting. But the number of accounts closed skyrocketed in 2009, 2010. So I'm just trying to figure out patterns, because I'm not entirely sure if this is good or bad news. Number of inquiries, number of accounts open within 12 months, and we see them coming up here as well. Mortgage originators by credit score. Oh, cool. Okay. So most people buying houses apparently have a credit score of over 760. I guess that's realistic. Wow, so under 620 is definitely not a good thing right now. Let's see. 620 and 659. Okay, I don't see this too much, but I guess you see a lot less Q1 of 2023. I guess that's the thing to take out of it. But last year you saw a huge spike in this, even going back over to 2008, 2007. Though you're not really used to seeing too many spikes here. But I mean, I would say, COVID really drove everybody to buy houses and move out of the city, so that could just been part of it. What is this? Credit score at origination, mortgages, 50th percentile. Oh, we could skip that. Auto loan originations. Oh, this is interesting. Like, this data is always out there, but nobody ever wants to take a look at it. Coming down a little bit this last quarter here. Looks like a big chunk of it was good credit scores. Not so much from lower credit scores, but it looks like lower credit. I mean, people with lower credit scores probably aren't going to be buying up too much in the first place, because they have to probably pay more for it, right? Credit limit. No, we don't need it. Oh, for credit cards and HU revolving. Why do I just have it for credit cards? Credit card balance. Yeah, so credit card balances are going up and credit card limits are going up. Oh, look at these limits, though. Wow. So maybe that's one of the reasons the economy keeps on chugging. More and more people have access to credit. And if more and more people have access to credit, they can buy and buy and buy and buy. That keeps the economy going. Now, again, eventually that money is going to have to be paid back. But until they reach that limit, people can, pay off part of the bill. Because there are different ways that people use credit cards. For me, I usually buy large purchases with credit cards, and I pay it off right as soon as it hits the balance, so I can get my cash back. They give you rewards credit or whatever. Yeah, I wonder if that's one of the reasons, because you can see it popping up there quite a bit. Credit card limits. Let's see. Total balance by delinquency status. Severely derogatory. It's not too bad yet, guys. We haven't seen much delinquency, but this is from Q1, I guess. We're a little bit further than that, but not too bad. 120. No, nothing too bad here. You see a lot of 30 days lights building up right now since 2021. But overall, you don't see anything too crazy here. Student loan debt, though, you can see how it dropped off a cliff. This thing is going to skyrocket, I would assume, in quarter 3 when the debt goes back on. People have to start paying for it. That student loan debt has really been helping out the economy as well. Mortgage has been coming down. Oh, these are 90 days delinquent, though. 90 days delinquent. So, credit cards have seen a small spike, but credit card delinquencies are kind of holding steady since 2015-ish. Auto loan delinquencies having a slight uptick, but overall still doing fine. Revolving fine. Mortgage fine. By loan type. So wait, transition into delinquency 30 plus by loan type. Okay, so which one's going up here? Credit card delinquency, transition into delinquency. Okay, that's been going up. Auto loans been going up and student loans flat. Mortgage flat-ish. Mortgage is going up a little bit, but HR revolving. So I guess the concerning part is really credit cards and auto loans. But I heard people were buying some really crazy expensive cars last year. Anything else? 90-day credit cards going up and auto loans going up and everything else pretty much staying the same. Credit cards seem to be the concerning part of all this. Mortgage accounts. They really make these charts pretty simple, to current. Number of consumers with new foreclosures and bankruptcies. It's staying pretty steady right now, guys. Bankruptcies, maybe a little bit of an uptick so far, the highest of the year it looks like. But foreclosures are kind of staying steady. Not good, but not terrible. By age. Total debt balance by age. So 30 to 39-year-olds and 40 to 49s have a lot of debt. Us poor millennials, we can't afford to have too much debt apparently. The older you are, yeah, really have a lot of debt up here. But it looks like, middle age, when you're in the working age, you have a lot of debt. Millennials, they don't really have many assets, I guess. Debt share, let's see. So, yeah, look at this. Student loans take up a lot of the debt for younger people in my generation. 30 to 39, it's a lot more of the housing and the mortgage. 40 to 49, it looks like it's even more of the housing and even less of the student loans. And you can see down here with the credit card debt down here a little bit more. Not too bad. It really is student loans. It really is student loans right now that are crushing millennials. Everybody else seems to be kind of having just, you buy a house, you pay the debt off the house. It looks like people like millennials and the next generation, they really don't have these HELOC loans, which is why I didn't know what they were in the first place. Auto loans origination by age. Well, looks like most of the people buying cars are more middle-aged, 30 to 49. That makes sense. Yeah, my grandparents just bought 2 cars in the last 2 years. Totally makes sense. Mortgage originations by age. Transition to serious delinquency by age. What does this even thing mean? 40, 49. Oh, wow. What's the 18? Oh, of course, the 18 to 29-year-olds are having some delinquencies, of course. Anything else here before we go back over to crypto? 90 by age. This one that's not nearly as bad. Yeah, younger people are kind of screwed right now. Transition to serious delinquency for auto loans by age. 18 to 29. Yeah, you guys, younger guys are just, we're not doing a good job of this money spending thing. But, I don't know. I've always had the philosophy of not buying cars when I'm young because I just know, I guess I could afford it technically, but if I could buy a used car and that used car gets me from point A to point B and it's a nice new used car, like I'm not saying it's like a piece of crap, but a nice used car with all the bells and whistles, so it was like a top premium car back in the day, but now it's like 5 years old or something. That's what I did back when I first got my car. I'm usually fine with it. I have a few friends that have loans on their cars, but they never seem happy about it because they also got to pay some really crazy insurance rates and everything for new cars. I'm pretty frugal when it comes to spending my money. I'm frugal when it comes to monthly expenses because if I spend too much on monthly expenses, I can't save up for the stuff I really want to do. And for me, you guys know that's like stuff like going to Vegas, going on vacations, having fun, going out to nice dinners and stuff. I'd rather spend my money on that stuff instead of a new car because cars are freaking expensive as far as I'm concerned. Like they are just incredibly expensive things. Like even Tesla, expensive. All the new cars, expensive. Even the $20,000 cars, expensive in my mind. You buy a used car, you're set. But you got to make sure it's a nice used car. You got to take it to the mechanic. You got to do some work on it. You got to keep it maintained. Don't treat the car like a piece of shit because otherwise it will break down on you. Okay. Credit cards by age, 18, 29 just skyrocketing. Whoa, transition, so 90 plus. Let's see. So 18 to 29, but this one also has the 30 to 39s coming up a little bit. So this is 90 plus for credit cards by age. Delinquency. Student loan. Oh, yeah. Student loans aren't going delinquent for anybody because of what's going on with the Supreme Court stuff and all that other crap. New foreclosures by age. Foreclosures are coming up again, but not a lot. Bankruptcies by age, not really much here. Wow, just look at 2008 and 2009. That's so crazy. 2006. Wow. By state. Is Washington in here? No. Total debt per capita. Dude, California, what is with their debt? They are just going crazy. It's California, New Jersey. Purple is Arizona. The dotted black line is national average. Yeah, what is with California, New Jersey, Nevada, and Arizona? What is with these people? They are absolutely wild. Composition of debt balance per capita, Q1. What is with these states that makes them so important? What's my state, Washington? Apparently, if you're in Arizona, California, Florida, Illinois, Michigan, New Jersey, Nevada, New York, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Texas, you're important people. Remember that. Let's see. Student loans. California has a lot of mortgages. So most people have. There's not really too much of a difference here, really. Credit cards, not too much of a difference. Delinquency of student loans, percent balance, state by state. No. Okay, whatever. I don't care about these states because my beloved Washington state's not in there. Data dictionary. Just some notes. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that was interesting to read about. I know some of you guys might not find it the most cool thing to look at, but yeah, we're not. The health of the average consumer depends on kind of your age right now. So maybe if you're more middle aged, you can kind of absorb some of the shit going on, but you're still not happy about it. But if you're younger, you're like absorbing it, but really pissed off and not really doing a good job managing it. I think it's the managing section of managing your finances. But you know, when you're young, you want to spend a whole bunch of money going to do all the stuff you wanted to do, right? You're going on vacations. We were just cooped up. You want to go out, explore. You want to go across the country. Remember, airline flights are crazy. Cruise ships are crazy right now. People want to go out and they want to have some fun. I've been going to Vegas quite a bit. I've been going for expos and just for fun. I'm going to Vegas, you guys know, in like 18 days or something like that. And heck, remember, even this time I'm going crazy with it. I switched one of the restaurants with my mom last night. Like, remember, when we go to Vegas, we're going to get a limo pick up at the airport. So they're going to take our bags. You know, my mom, I don't want her to have to really walk to do too much work. But we're going to be dining at Prime Steakhouse. Instead of going to the Blossom for the second hour, we're going to be staying at Hakkasan. We're going to be eating at Hakkasan. Never eaten there before, but it looks really good. You know, so everybody wants to get out. I'm even sure some of you guys have been going on vacations, road trips, having some fun. I'm planning to go visit my sister when she's in college later on this year. I'm not going to go up there when they send her off to college because there's going to be too many people and too much drama and too much everything. So I'm going to go up there separately. And I want to take my dog Loki with me, you know, so she can say hi to him. But yeah, it's going to, seems like there's a big age gap going on. I'm wondering what you guys are thinking about that. I'm going to go eat some barbecue chicken. Hey, Mr. Sugar, barbecue chicken sounds really, 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 really good. I haven't had some barbecue chicken in a hot minute here. And hey, Kevin, happy to see you back. Do I look at the Wyckoff? We're looking at the Crypto Weekly chart. I would say not so much anymore. It seems like the Wyckoff is pretty much holding steady as far as we've had that nice little breakoff part. Last time I really paid attention to the Wyckoff was back when FTX was crashing. I was trying to figure out what was going on there, but not so much. Right now, what's propelling Bitcoin is a little bit of the Wyckoff. You can see following that pattern. But really, to me, it's been all of a sudden we had all these hedge funds come out and say, hey, we're interested in doing a crypto ETF. Come check us out. And that came out of nowhere. And the SEC got blindsided by all of that, which has been actually very interesting to see. And hey, Bideford, happy 4th of July. Happy to see you back. I bought 3 tangerines, 3 peaches, and an energy drink for $16 today. Yeah, see, that just seems crazy. Like, I don't know how much money I spend on I mean, let's do this very fast. So the last restaurant that I went to, I think it was Asado. It's a Argentinian place in Tacoma. So Asado restaurant. There you go, Tacoma. Looks like this. Nice tables and whatnot. It's a pretty chill spot. It's a Tacoma spot. It has $3 signs, so not crazy, but not cheap. You go over here to the menu. So normally if you go out there with someone, like you go out there with a friend. Okay. So you can have appetizers, beef and lamb empanadas, vegetarian empanadas, ceviche. Oh, they don't tell the prices. Of course they don't tell the prices. Well, basically, when I go with a friend, we'll probably order 2 appetizers, which is beef and lamb empanadas. And then we have maybe something like a calamari frito or a prawn and turf. Each one of these probably costs like $15 or something. So that's $30 right there. Oh, you got to go through here. Okay. Entrees. They don't tell the prices for anything here. Basically, I always like to get the asado seared bass. But there's a lot of cool stuff you can have. There's something in here that's really good. It's like a mixer bowl. We get a whole bunch of everything in it. I don't know what it. No, there's one that's like you get a little bit of everything in here. Oh, Paria mixta. Yeah, mixed grill, skewered, stirred steak, jumbo prawn, street sausage. But yeah, you know, I'm used to when I'm going out to dinner these days. It's usually like $120 to $130 a person. It's kind of ludicrous how expensive it is to eat these days. One of the things I was laughing at with my mom this weekend here was, so we're going to eat at a Prime Steakhouse at the Bellagio. Okay, and I was trying to find out what the price of everything was. So if I go over here with images. Is this okay? This is the menu. Okay, so just can I look at it? Oh, why can't I zoom into it? Okay. So remember that the dry aged bone and ribeye, which my mom is gonna get, the dry aged bone and ribeye is going to be $76 for 18 ounces, which I think is a decent deal nowadays. But $76 for the dry aged bone ribeye. Okay. And this was taken probably like in 2021, just about like a couple years ago. All right. This is from 2018. This picture. Let's just even go back here. 2018. This is probably 2018. Okay. 2018. Go over here to Prime Steakhouse. Reverse. MGM Resorts. Okay. Do I got to sign in for this? I don't know. Okay. Don't know if I actually have to sign in for this, but just in case I do. Okay. Logging in. Okay. Go to dining. You go to visit menu. So Prime. We went from $71 to $110, right? For the same thing. Dry aged bone and ribeye. So in just a few years, you've gone up from $71 to $110. That's quite a bit of money. And even for what me and my mom are getting here, we already decided what we're going to get because we love checking out menus and stuff. We're getting no, we're not getting any of this stuff. We're getting a grand shellfish platter. Then we're getting bacon wrapped shrimp, and I might get the foie gras because I want to see what it tastes like, but maybe not. I don't know. And then we're not getting any salads because who wants a salad at a steakhouse? And then my mom's getting the dry aged bone and ribeye for $110. I think I'm getting the Japanese filet mignon for $36, but that's 6 ounces of meat. That's only for 6 ounces of meat. And it's not like it's an A5 or something, because like nobody's paying $360 for 6 ounces of meat. I've heard it's really good, but I refuse to pay for it. You got all this other stuff here, but we're also gonna get like glazed mushrooms, cream spinach, mashed potatoes, and mac and cheese. So like this bill is gonna approach like $500 easily, and that's not even including my 3 to 4 drinks I tend to have with every food, every meal. So like everything's gotten more expensive. I can only relate most of it to Vegas stuff because I go to Vegas a lot, so I see the difference in prices there. But Jimmy, inflation is up more than people want you to understand, and it's not like those prices are going to come down anytime soon. They're just going to go up even slower. That's the whole point of what the government's trying to portray at this point. Because didn't they come out with the new term, Bidenomics? I think that's the new term they're trying to push the White House. Bidenomics. I think it's a really stupid term from a political standpoint, or just like, an everyday American standpoint, because people know gas prices are high. They know the price of food is high. You don't want to be saying, this great economy that we're in is because of me. You want to say, if you're Biden, you want to say this bad economy is because of Donald Trump, and I'm doing my best to fix it. Now that's a lie, but politicians lie all the time. So, you know, I'm not going to pretend like politicians are going to be honest here. Um, and hey, the real transporter, I only buy cars that maintain their value in the past 5 years. See, that's a great way to think about it too. People will buy the newest cars, the fanciest cars. Like one of my friends, he's in Oregon. He just bought himself a Mustang or whatever it was. It looks beautiful. It's nice. It's luxurious. It looks so cool. I totally want one myself. But can I justify paying for it, especially when I know I'm going to move? No. You know, and you could always go to another car place too, right, guys? Like, there has to be a thing. Buy used cars. I know there's a website that does this. Cars.com. I haven't bought a car in like years, guys. Okay. Let's go with a great deal. A great deal only. Mileage. Let's go with 100,000 or less. That's probably stretching it itself. I just want a sedan. I'm a sedan-y guy. I like SUVs, but I haven't had an SUV in a hot minute. Look at this. This seems like crazy to me. $21,000. Oh, it's $22,000 for a 2016 Acura. That seems so crazy to me. 2020 Audi, 24,000 miles, 27. That's more reasonable, but still seems kind of excessive. Like, let's see. Transmission automatic. I don't know how to drive manual anymore. Let's see. Best match. Lowest price. Okay, let's see what the lowest price. The lowest price on here for a sedan is $16,000 for 65,000 miles. That is just so. Oh, wait, no. Well, this must be sponsored or something. Oh, it's sponsored. Okay, here we go. Sorry. I was like, you got to be kidding me. But like a 2006 Chevrolet Malibu LTZ, that's $7,000. Even that seems excessive to me. 2006 Mercedes Benz, $7,000 for 73 miles. Like, it seems so weird. All of this seems so weird. Like, I bought my car for $4,000 cash in 2016, and it was a 2013 Ford Fusion SEL with all the bells and whistles, light up, no problems in the under the hood or anything like that. Like, I miss those prices of old. Like if I buy a car, it'll be a small SUV just for my mother. That's what I'll buy. But even just looking at this, like if I hop out of the sedans and I go over here to something more like an SUV for my mother. 2009 Volkswagen Tiguan, $10,000 for 95,000 miles. And that's somehow a great deal. I am just shell shocked by this. Or just shocked. 2012, that's over 10 years ago. $11,000 for 57,000 miles. Now, these could be great deals nowadays. But like just for me, like, you know, 2016, which is a while ago, I grant. But like that is just like it is just absolutely crazy to me. Like this 2014 Jeep Patriot Sport, this thing looks like utter trash. Like that looks like trash. Like to me, I don't like the way these Jeeps look. I like the typical Jeeps, but still, it costs a lot of money. Those dials don't. These don't look fancy. That doesn't look fancy, nice at all. Now check. I have a 2012 Ford Fusion, so that's nothing to brag about. But still, it is just wild how prices have gotten out of control over the past few years. Like here, 2012 Ford Fusion SEL. Here we go. 145,000 miles, and it still costs $9,000. It must just be because I live in Washington State or something. That has to be it. Because if you look at the pictures here, and it looks nice. This looks exactly like how mine looks. SEL. Actually, mine's even nicer than this because I have the LED package where my inside of my car lights up, and I was like, ooh. Um, but yeah, the tires look kind of shitty on it though. But yeah, it's so weird. Flex fuel. I guess mine is a flex fuel too. I wish I knew the code to my car, but I do not. But yeah, uh, just seems so weird nowadays. Like that stuff costs this much money when it really shouldn't cost that much money in the first place here. But like maybe what I'll do is here, buy used cars, Bozeman, Montana, because this is where I bought my used cars. Usually when you go out to Montana, and especially in Idaho, there's this really big dealer out there called Dave Smith. If you guys have ever driven in eastern Washington, Idaho, Utah, or Montana, a lot of times you see these massive pink Dave Smith banners all over the place. If you guys live out there, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. But used cars for sale in Bozeman, Montana. How's Bitcoin looking? Still coming down slightly, but nothing too crazy here. All right, here we go. A 2021 Audi for $44,000 after being driven 44,000 miles. What? Oh, let's go to Great Deal. And we're just looking for a sedan. Okay, look at this. See, now all of a sudden you get to $4,700. Now this car is trash. It's a not 2009 Pontiac, 2012 Ford Focus SE. That doesn't look too good, but I mean, heck, it's 47. You can get it for cheaper, right? A used 2008 BMW for 8,000. See, yeah, these are just wild prices. But enough about the cars. Yeah, it just drives. It's like whoa. Look at all these prices. If I can go, let's go to the lowest price here before we check out here. $4,700, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 2016 Volting, 146,000 miles for this, for 2016. And they don't even have the actual picture of the car. Man. Yeah. It just seems so wild, guys. Like how crazy everything has been as far as the cost of goods. It's gone up a lot more than I think people realize. And I think that's why I went out 2 months ago. I went out to Jack in the Box with a friend because we were getting some food before we were heading out to the coast. I got myself a large bacon hamburger of some type. So that's large fries, large drink, and a regular size hamburger. I think make it larger. And the large meal itself cost about a little over $19, and that was just a large meal. Back in the day, large meals used to cost like $12 or $10. You know what? I don't eat at Jack in the Box normally, but like I was just like, geez. But I mean, like, even the shirts I wear, they're more expensive. This shirt costs $55. I got this chain on discount from Macy's. That's the only reason I paid for it. It was like a 70% off sale. But I think that's the only way you buy stuff at Macy's because everything is usually so expensive. You have to buy everything on sale there. But it's a weird time, guys. It always baffles me how crazy prices can go up and how fast we seem to forget that prices used to be a lot lower. People seem to forget that things weren't always this expensive. And then, we kind of get what's the word? Gaslighted by the media saying, hey, things aren't really that bad. Or I think there was an article the other day saying like, millennials are poor and we just have to accept it. And I'm like, I don't want to have to accept that. I want to make more money. Everybody always wants to make more money because even the money I make now, I could live in a very nice apartment in downtown Seattle, but I choose not to because I know it's a freaking waste of money. And I did have my phase where I was living in Seattle. I had my phase when I was living downtown Tacoma as well. But it was a phase. It was a phase because I had to work in downtown, so it made it easier to walk to work or Uber to work. Now I don't do that, so there's no reason for me to waste my money doing that. If I want to go out and have fun, I'll drive down there, and if I really want to stay the night, I'll rent a hotel room because I can afford to do so. Not do all this bull crap, paying $3,000 a month for rent. You got to really love where you're living to do that. Am I going to George's party in Vegas? No, we're not doing any big things like that. We're not even going to see a show in Las Vegas. My mom has never been to Vegas before. I've been there plenty. So what we're doing is I'm showing my mom all around Las Vegas. Basically, we wake up really early. My little sister's gonna drop us off at the airport. I'm gonna say goodbye to Loki and be really sad about leaving him behind. We're gonna get a wheelchair for my mom at the front desk because we're gonna be going to first class. We just go to first class checking, get the wheelchair waiting for her. From there, we get pushed through security. We do all the security stuff. They're gonna push us to the lounge. Then we're gonna wait in the lounge for like an hour and a half, 2 hours because we're gonna get to the airport early. Then we're gonna go to our Alaska gate. Get on the airplane first because my mom's in a wheelchair. I'm gonna start drinking a lot on the plane way over there. I love getting free drinks in the morning. We're gonna get off the airplane last because there's gonna be a wheelchair waiting for my mom. We're gonna get taken down to baggage claim, in which case there's gonna be a guy with a little iPad with my name on it saying Michael Whitman. From there, the guy's gonna get all of our bags once we kind of get him off the luggage thing. He's gonna be driving us in a SUV limo that I booked for my mom because she doesn't like to sit in lower cars because she's like 6'4" and she's kind of weak, so she can't like get down, get up. I'm gonna go buy some alcohol the limousine's gonna drop me off at an alcohol place. I'm gonna buy some alcohol for myself. Gonna go to the hotel. There's gonna be a scooter waiting at the hotel for my mother, and then I'm gonna show around the hotel. We're gonna check in. I'm gonna try the $50 trick and see if I can get a nice little upgrade or something for fun. And then we're gonna wander around Vegas for the next few days, going into the luxurious restaurants. Like I'm gonna spend like $1,500 on food in like a matter of 3 days. It's gonna be kind of ridiculous, but I want to treat my mom because this is the first time she's ever been in Vegas. And normally I would spend only like up to $500 for my entire trip on food. That's like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm gonna be spending like $500 a meal because I'm paying for all my mom's meals, of course. But yeah, so it's gonna be a lot of fun stuff over there. We're each gonna have a $200 a daily gambling allowance. I'm probably gonna go above it, honestly, but we'll see how that turns out. But yeah, I'm giving my mom about like $600-800 to spend on gambling. She's gonna have some fun with it. We're gonna go through slots, maybe some roulette if she wants to play that, and just have a good time walking around, exploring, showing her New York, Park MGM, everything around Venetian, everything like that. Because we're staying at the Aria, so the Aria is kind of in the middle of the strip. So from there you can kind of go south towards Waldorf Astoria, towards Park MGM, New York. We're not going to go down below like to Luxor or Mandalay Bay. We're going to kind of take that bottom off by MGM and curl back up and kind of just do a loop. But we're going to be doing the loop kind of in stages, bit by bit, every day. But she's going to have a fun time with it. It's not going to be a cheap trip by any stretch of the imagination. However, it's going to be a very fun trip. And then when we end up leaving, I got it to late checkout, so we get to check out at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then we have a limousine dropping us back off at the airport as well. So it's going to be a very fun trip. I'm really excited to take my mom out because I haven't taken my mom on a vacation since she had her stroke. So this is her first time flying on a plane since her stroke a few years ago. So she'll be able to go flying out, have some fun, enjoy first class seats because she's tall. She's like 6'4". She can't just sit in the average seat because she just gets scrunched up into it. So it'll be a really fun time for her. She'll really enjoy it. I had thought about going to see a show, but she was like, it'll be fine because she really just wants to sightsee while she's there. Like goes to the Venetian, the Venetian, the gondolas, go check that out, go check out all the shops. I'm literally giving one of my credit cards to my mom in case she wants to buy some stuff while she's there, so she can go out and buy a hat or a shirt or something for my sister, something for my grandparents, whatever. She can go out there and she can use my credit card to go have some fun and spend on some gifts and stuff. I told her not to spend over $2,000 though. I doubt she'll even spend $100 on it. But yeah, it'll be a very, very fun trip out to Vegas. I haven't been to Vegas since March, so it'll be nice. Only thing right now, it seems like Vegas is very, very hot. It's not going to be like 112, 113 degrees when we go, so it'll be a little sizzly out there. Arizona freeways have decorated art type freeways, very expensive to begin with. Oh, that does seem expensive right there. And hey, Wilder Studios, happy to see you back, my man. Happy 4th of July. I'll be having a Beyond Beef Burgers. Ooh, that sounds really good, too. I've seen them in stores, but I've never tried one. I think I've tried maybe the Impossible Burger, and that was at Burger King once, because my sister got it for me, like, hey, try this. It tastes pretty good. And hey, Pratt, do you use order flow indicators when you're trading? Not too much. Usually I'm a big momentum guy, so I'll figure out the momentum of the overall trend, or the trend or the momentum of what the asset's doing. and I'll do day trading within that momentum, because when you trade within that momentum, it makes it a lot easier to kind of go along with the trade, so your trade ends up working out in the long term. Now, as far as order flow and things of that nature, I use option flow, and that's through Whalestream. So it'll help me with options, but it's not for cryptocurrency. So I have a link down below for Whalestream if you want to check it out. I'm pretty sure they have like a 7-week free trial or something like that. But that's for option order flow, so you can see where the hedge funds are putting their money, where all the calls and puts are being bought. Anyway, Michael, well, I've already said hi a few times to you, Michael, but we're at the point where people have to understand the prices we have never before and never coming back. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's going to be a huge psychological shift. Like, I remember when I was growing up, now I was very young when this was happening, but we used to have a gas, like the radio station would come to a gas station, and they would be sponsoring a huge event, and the gas for the day would be $1 a gallon. $1 a gallon. Now, if you go anywhere near me, it's like $5 right now. 5 whole bucks. And it's not like oil prices are incredibly high right now. They're not. They're at $70 a gallon, and it's becoming down because the economy is kind of souring up a little bit through China and things like that. It's not coming back. That's right. I hope cheap oil comes back. I really hope cheap gas comes back. I really, really do. I like cheap gas. Cheap gas helps out a lot of people. And a dream tank's $500. Oh, for dinner? Yeah, I mean, here, if you think about it, it makes sense as far as how somebody might do it. Like here, Hakkasan Vegas review. Restaurant? There you go. Website. Menu. Oh, they don't have the prices here for some reason. Oh, here they are. Okay, well, okay. Basically, shared plates was like appetizers. Calamari is $22, okay? And then we're going to have crispy spiced prawns. That's another $22. My mom wants something here as well. Is this crispy langoustine or something like that? Yeah, these things. So right there, appetizers are $60, okay? She's also going to get something from the raw bar. I think I'm going to get 3 oysters for like $18. My mom really wants this thing called a lobster cocktail because we saw it on a YouTube channel and somebody really liked it. So that can get that for $36. So without even getting to the course of the meal or the drinks, we've already spent $36 plus like $75, so a little over $110 just before you even get to the main meal. I'm going to have 3 cocktails at least, each being around $20 to $25. That's another $75. My mom's going to have probably 2 cocktails. That's another $50 right there. So that's another $130 on top of the $100 we've already spent. That's already $200 something when you add the drinks. You go down here to your dim sum. I don't think we'll get dim sum, but if she wants some, no, we're going to have one. The one with calamari on it. Dim sum, seafood, drunken wonton, shumai. Oh, no, we're getting this Hakka basket. Yeah, it's $36 and the royal jade king crab. I can't pronounce these words because they're too fancy for me. Shumai, wild mushroom, and truffle and langoustine. I don't know. It looks like that. Okay, interesting, flashy, whatever you want to call it. Okay, that's another $36. She wants to have hot and sour soup. I don't want any soup, but that's $14 hot and sour soup. Then we're going to get a Peking duck, which is going to be $118. Peking duck. And then we're also going to be getting a General Tso's chicken. So like a family style dinner for just 2 of us. We'll have leftovers for sure. And then we're going to finish off with a... we're not going to eat fried rice in that. There's desserts somewhere in here. Desserts. And then we're going to have some... my mom wants this exotica pavlova, whatever the heck that is. I don't know. And I was thinking for me, maybe some sweet caviar or something like that. But we might just end up getting this small Hakka platter, which is 5 mini versions of our most popular desserts. I can split it with my mom, and that looks pretty cool. And it comes on this like little, what do you call this type of ice? Frozen ice. I don't know. You get it. It's the ice that burns if you touch it. Dry ice. Jesus. Yeah, so that might be kind of cool as well. So that's how prices tend to get high really, really fast. It's because you're trying a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of that, and you're going to have leftovers. That's just the way it is. The steakhouse, the steak is the very expensive part. This place, you're getting a little bit of that, a little bit of that. It's all of expensive, but you're getting a lot of expensive stuff. The steakhouse, I don't even know. The steakhouse is going to be delicious, but I'm really excited for Hakkasan. The steakhouse, the reason I chose that steakhouse for my mom though isn't really because of the types of steaks they have. It's because the view from the steakhouse, you get to have a view of the Bellagio fountains because it's in the Bellagio. So she'll get to look at that while eating food like this. I don't even know what type of food this is, but it looks yummy. You know, I think her food's gonna look like that. I really hope the sear is better than that when I go though. But yeah, and you get wine, whatever. Yeah, look at that. It looks nice. You're eating your food and you get to see the Bellagio fountains. Who doesn't want to have an experience like that? So because it's my mom's first time in Vegas, I'm gonna spend a little bit of money, help her out. You know, she'll have some fun with it. The X3M competition was nice. It's crazy. All car prices will remain elevated for a while, but they'll never return to pre-pandemic levels. Yeah, just imagine if. So what I'm hoping is going to happen here, it'll suck for some states, but not for others. I can imagine a state like California or Washington, where I live, or Oregon, like 10 years from now, 20 years from now, doing something wild, saying, "Hey, we're banning all oil vehicles. You have to move to electric vehicles." And then when that happens, all of the used cars in Washington state are going to have to be sold off into other states, and then they're going to be the ones that get all the good discounts. But until something like that happens, I don't see a good discount happening for a while in the used car market. It really does boggle the mind here, guys. If I want a small luxury SUV, check out the Porsche Macan. Well, that seems pretty nice as well. They maintain good value too. What do you call? Hey Dex, $7 deodorant. I get this type of deodorant. I got Nieva Men antiperspirant black and white invisible 48-hour protection. It works okay. I also have some other ones, but usually you just buy them bulk from Amazon or Costco. I don't even try. I try to get the cost as low as I can because I'm a bigger guy. I sweat and I take showers and showers. Every time you take a shower, you got to put new deodorant on, new everything, new lotion. I got lotion over here. What do you call? Got out of the shower. First thing I did, I got out of the shower. I put my robe on. I sat down right here in my seat, and I put lotion on my arms and my legs and all types of stuff. Because what do you call? I got to have that cocoa radiant look to yourself. But yeah, what do you call? Everything's gotten more expensive. Heck, I got a bottle of tea tree here. I'll show you this. You guys will think I'm funny for this, but Ulta tea tree conditioner. Okay, for whatever reason, I guess I didn't get the sale price, but I paid $48 for this tub of 33 ounces of tea tree special conditioner. It feels great on the scalp. It's like a mentee and all types of cool tingly. But you know, $48 for a thing of conditioner. You know, now there probably are cheaper ones out there, but this stuff really works well with my hair. But yeah, everything's gotten more expensive. It's just it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is right now. Just bought 5 XRP coins. They say going to 1K per coin. I mean, it's going to take a lot of time for that to occur. I probably would say it's probably not going to be heading for $1,000 anytime soon, like not in the next decade or like, you know, maybe 50, 60 years down the road. But usually when you're trying to think about that far out, making some money, you usually have to think about longer term investment. And that's fine when you're doing stuff like that. For me, for XRP, I'd be happy if XRP hit like $3-4 next altcoin season, but I would understand if it only hit $2.50 or something, right? I'm hoping that this next altcoin season for XRP will be a lot better because we're not being hit hard by all this SEC stuff going on, because my gosh, it really just does suck when we have to be exposed to the SEC doing some really stupid stuff over the past few years, right? It really does kind of drag you down a little bit. Okay. But okay, buddy, I'm going to call it a day here. I want all of you guys to go out and have some fun. Go eat your chicken. I'm going to go heat up some mozzarella sticks and some barbecue wings or something like that. And plus, I got to go play outside with Loki. Loki's over here looking at me. Loki, come here. He's very, very excited here. You guys can say hi to Loki. Loki. Oh, oh, oh. Say hi. Whoa. He got de-shedded today. Yeah, she's a good boy. He doesn't like to be in the limelight when he's getting kisses. But what do you call? Now he's just gonna be like, oh, what are we gonna go do? But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hope you guys all have a great 4th of July. As far as Bitcoin's concerned, we are in this little bit of a sideways trend where we're just consolidating, but we just had a breakdown of that consolidation, so we might come down a little bit more. For me, honestly, I wouldn't even try to be too aggressive on shorting at this point in time, just because personally for me, I'm not going to have time to really watch the market since I'm going to be hanging out with my mom, cooking up some food and stuff like that. If you guys are going to be doing any trading, I'd recommend having all of your stop losses and price targets set into the exchange so you can leave it and understand how much money you can make and how much money you might lose. That way you guys don't come back and you're very surprised, because I think that Bitcoin's getting ready for a larger move one way or the other, and I don't want any of you guys to be surprised in what happens next, because the shorts that I've been doing have been very short, small profits, good profits, but like, you know, they're not necessarily being like, you know, blockbuster, wow, we're making thousands and thousands of dollars every day. Small amounts of profit that adds up over time that's giving you guys a good income. It definitely has not been, oh my God, I made 20,000 bucks this week. It's been great because Bitcoin hasn't been moving in that much right now. So take it easy. Hope you guys all have a great rest of your night. And guys, enjoy the 4th of July. Go watch some fireworks, or better yet, go start some fireworks off. Just make sure you guys come back tomorrow with all 10 of your fingers, okay? Thanks, everybody.